Men ain't shit.
Another one.
Men ain't shit. Men ain't shit.
I think that should be the theme song for crappy boyfriends, husbands, fiancés, any crappy men. Anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's your girl Valerie, and in this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island USA, Season 4, Episode 3. So, please turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos. In episode 2, we left off with the two new bombshells getting the opportunity to couple up with someone, and Maddie had chosen Andy, and so it was Valerie's choice. And I remember saying clearly that I don't think Valerie will pick Timmy, even if she fancies him. There was a strong possibility that she would either choose Felipe or she would choose Jess. And just like that, she chose Jess, who seemed very excited with being picked by Valerie. I don't know. I really don't know about the new coupling. I am happy for Andy just because Courtney had said, she didn't fancy Andy in that way because she felt, he was a mama's boy. So that coupling I understand. Jesse, I think, was a bit too soon. I think he should have at least tried to get to know Deb first before he moved on to Valerie. But anyway, so I'll review the couples as I normally do, and we'll see how we go. Courtney and Deb are now single just because the guys they were coupled with have recoupled. So there was a message to say that whoever was single by the end of the week would be kicked out of the villa. So we'll see how that goes, and I hope they do find someone. Although Courtney appears to be more interested in Felipe romantically, I think it's more of a sexual attraction because every time they've played a game and Felipe has been asked to pick someone to kiss, he's gone straight for Courtney. And I think Courtney feels the same way about Felipe, and so she's happy to indulge, and she seemed happy about it when she was in her confessional. So, talking about Felipe had the conversation with Serenity. I could tell Felipe I don't think he was romantically attracted to Serenity, and this is one of the reasons why he volunteered to go on the date when they asked for two guys. So he did own up. I think he did say, what I like about Serenity and Felipe is they've always been honest with each other, and they agreed that they would always tell each other the truth if they felt that things weren't working or if they felt they wanted to pursue somebody else. So they had a conversation in which Serenity said they are more in a friendship, coupling than anything else. And so they agreed that it was okay for them to remain friends. And Felipe, when asked by Serenity who he fancied, he thought he would want to pursue Courtney and asked Serenity if she'd be okay with that, and she was fine with it. I was worried because initially she seemed very emotional to me yesterday, so I was worried that she wouldn't take it very well, but she took it very well and was happy with that, and actually said that, hopefully Felipe finds someone romantically, I'll be able to find someone, and I really hope she finds someone for herself. On her part, Courtney had a conversation with Serenity and sort of explained that she was hoping to pursue things romantically with Felipe, and that showed a lot of maturity and respect. I think, in my opinion, that both Felipe and Courtney decided to have a conversation with Serenity without just going behind her back. So we'll see how that goes, and I don't know. And then Debbie, I think, is still hung up on Jesse because I think she was taken aback when Valerie chose Jesse because I don't think she knew there was a possibility since he had gone on a date with her, but I don't think she thought that Valerie would definitely call him. And so when he was called, she was sort of in no man's land, and I think the girls were trying to sort of help calm her down and reassure her for most of the show anyway, because Jesse seems, I think if Jesse were to be asked to make a choice between Valerie and Deb, he wouldn't know who to pick, because I think he's stuck in between the two girls because he barely knows both of them, and he doesn't know apart from the physical attraction, what else he likes about them enough to form a connection with them. Valerie seems very excited to be paired with Jessie. She told the girls she was excited and she seemed happy with that. She was constantly making sure that she caught up with Jessie. They had conversations, I think, just to reassure him that she really was attracted to him, and for him to sort of reassure her as well. And so it was interesting when Deb said, "Oh, I really still fancy Jesse and I would really like to pursue him, but then I worry that, he's already in a coupling with Valerie." And she had to correct herself to say, "No, but I'm on Love Island, so it is what it is." Um, I don't know, we'll see what happens with them. However, Valerie had a conversation with Isaiah because I think she had been considering sort of coupling up with Isaiah, but at the last minute chose Jesse, so she wanted to explain herself and sort of give rationale for that. I don't think so. I think he's too young, as Valerie said herself, that he lacks the emotional maturity, and so I think Jesse would have been a better option for her if you were to choose between the two, and because of that lack of emotional maturity, I think this is why he came across very dismissive to Sydney, and Sydney was very upset about it. And they had to have a conversation, and she told him that, in a previous relationship, the guy was very emotionally, psychologically abusive, and so I really was triggered by the way you responded to me. And so I think Isaiah needs to date someone just as young as he is, really. I think he needs to date someone who's just as young as he is, who's got time to sort of move up with him, develop their maturity together, and maybe develop a connection. Sydney, on her part, she was just, she was so, I don't know, I don't even know what word to use, but she was, you can't say laid back or calm, but she was very quiet. I don't know whether it was because of the incident with Isaiah or just because she just wanted to be quiet. I don't know what happened with him. And then Andy and Maddie seemed fine. They had a conversation. Andy seems very impressed with Maddie, and I am happy for Andy because Courtney was not interested in him romantically, and it would never have gone anywhere. I think Andy is very happy that Maddie sort of works in her family business and seems to be someone who's very organized, someone who's very set in developing herself. They spoke about her pets, the fact that she had a dog before and found it a home, and now she's got a cat, which she felt was the best, pet for her. I don't know. We'll see how they go. And last but not least is Timmy and Zita. I think if you were to put all the couples out and say to me, who do you think is most likely going to make it? At this point, I would think it's Timmy and Zita. It's got the facility to be explosive, but I think they can actually make it. I think if they both continue to sort of work together, they can actually have a stable relationship. They seemed to enjoy spending time together. Every other minute they were together, just sitting and relaxed. It's just by themselves, talking, I think, and getting to know one another. It will be interesting to see how far that relationship goes. But I have high hopes for them. And I hope they make it. And I think on his part, Timmy is not looking to start anything with anyone else. And it's a good thing that Valerie didn't pick him, because I think he would have still gone back to Zita anyway, because he seems very, very connected to Zita and very content and willing to sort of develop that relationship further. So because some of the girls were down, I think, they decided to play a truth or dare game. And in the truth or dare, I'll talk about the three sort of standout challenges. First was Felipe. He was asked to pick a girl and, kiss any islander that he fancied outside of his partner. And like clockwork, he went straight for Courtney, kissed Courtney. They have a sexual attraction there. I don't know how long that will last. I don't know. We'll see. Chances are, I would like to put money down that at next recoupling, unless something happens with the new guy, they're going to recouple as a couple, Courtney and Felipe, I think. And then the other challenge was for Zita. She was asked to kiss, honey of any islander that she fancied outside of her partner, and she went for Isaiah, and I was actually surprised by that. I didn't think she liked him, but anyway, I was surprised that she chose Isaiah, really. I was surprised. So she licked honey of Isaiah's nipple. Timmy didn't seem impressed by that. He was a good sport about it, didn't say anything, but you could tell he wasn't happy. His facial expression was a bit, rubbed the wrong way by that. And then Sydney sort of asked Jess, yeah, to sort of say, kiss all seven island the island girls, and see who you think is the best kisser. And I think she did that because she's friends with Deb and can see that Deb is still really very much into Jessie and was hoping to sort of wingman for her. So he kissed all seven girls. I don't know how he did that. One, oral hygiene. Two, COVID. No, I wouldn't do that. Anyway, that's me. So he kissed all the girls and then said that Deb was the best kisser, which I think sort of picked her up because she was very low in mood. Because when they were kissing, Valerie actually made it a point like to sort of mark her territory the way she kissed Jessie. So for him to come out and say Deb was the winner, I think it boosted her spirit because she was very low. And so she then ran back for another kiss, and you could tell Valerie wasn't happy. I think Jess is going to continue to play those girls until somebody new comes in that he fancies. That's just my opinion. He's going to keep recoupling with one, if not one, the other, until the new island girl comes in, and then he's going to leave both and go to the next person. Anyway, that's me. I digress. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you next time. Bye.